Let's do the Mount Rushmore of all-time LA Lakers, and oh boy, is this a tough one. First up, let's not get cute. It's gotta be Kobe. I think he's the greatest Laker of all time in the face of the franchise. In 20 seasons, he had 18 All-Star appearances, winning the game MVP 4 times, 15 All-NBA teams, 5 championships, won the MVP, so many legendary moments, and he leads them in so many statistical categories. Next up, I'm going with Kareem. He spent 14 seasons in LA with 13 All-Star appearances, 10 All-NBA appearances, 3 league MVPs, and 5 championships. That resume speaks for itself. Third, gotta be Magic, one of the greatest NBA players of all time and arguably the greatest point guard. In his 13 seasons, he was a 12-time All-Star, 10-time All-NBA, 5-time champion, 3-time Finals MVP, and 3-time league MVP. He absolutely deserves to be here. He was the best player in the NBA for a while. And this is where it got so tough for that final spot. You got to consider guys like George Mikan, James Worthy, Elgin Baylor, but in the end, it really came down to 4 other guys. The first player I considered was LeBron. He's an undisputed top 2 player of all time, and many even consider him the GOAT, so for that reason, he's got to be considered. Also won a championship with the Lakers, but for me, just hasn't been there long enough to be on the Mount Rushmore. Same thing with Wilt Chamberlain. Statistically speaking, one of the best NBA players of all time as well, just wasn't in LA for long enough. I also thought about Jerry West, a Lakers legend. Obviously, he did so much for the league. He's literally the logo. But in the end, I had to go with Shaq. Shaq was the most dominant force the NBA has ever seen in his time in LA. In his 8 seasons, he was an 8-time All-Star, 8-time All-NBA, led them to a 3-peat where he won Finals MVP for all 3, also won a league MVP. Shaq was a force, and for that reason alone, he deserves to be on the Lakers Mount Rushmore. Comment what team you'd like to see my Mount Rushmore of next.